Hey guys, it is November 1st. Oh, I take that back. It's very early on November the 2nd. And I want to do a couple of updates um, and I guess restate my prediction for Mosconi Cup. That's kind of the main thing I want to do here. Back in the spring, I made some predictions for this year's Mosconi Cup. Basically, once they announced they were going to be playing captains, Jason and Skylar. And just for those of you who didn't see that video or don't remember what it was that I predicted, I'll just go ahead and
I wasn't in any of these meetings, okay? But I'm like, I guess I'm just adopting it. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. I feel like Jason Shaw, as a playing captain, I think he's got the personality for it. He seems like he can be like a really friendly, jovial guy, and he can also be a hard ass. I'm not sure that Sky Woodward can be a hard ass. I've never seen that. So if he's got a player on his team, you get one guess, that he feels like is not being a team player and not practicing well with others, you get one guess, is he going to be able to be a hard ass and say, buckle up, do it, whatever the terminology is. I don't know, but I'm not going to say, no, that's the worst choice ever. I don't know if it's the worst choice ever. I'm going to wait and see. It will probably not be any worse than the 11-3 thrashing that Team USA got last year. Probably not. I heard a lot that Billy Thorpe is now a shoe-in for the team because Billy and Skylar are friends, and that's a well-known fact. They're friends. I think I'm a little bit going in the opposite direction of that. I think Billy, if he wants to be on the team, has to get there by points. I think if Billy has to be chosen as a wild card to be on the team, then Skylar's not going to pick him. Because if he does, everybody will lose their collective shit and say that he was only picked because he's a friend of Skylar. I think the only way Billy Thorpe gets on the team this year is if he gets there by points. I also think he's capable of doing it. But will he? We don't know. It's pretty competitive. Those, 4 and 5 spots they're pretty competitive. Everybody always says, let's get Justin Bergman back. Let's get Justin Bergman back. Whatever Justin Bergman is doing now, let's get him. Let's get him. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think Justin is interested in that type of event. I could be 100% wrong. I don't know the man at all. And it's not up to the multitude of fans either. It's up to the points, who gets in the top 3 spots, and then it's up to Jason and Skylar for who gets those remaining slots. That's what it's up to. It shouldn't be up to anybody else. And I really don't think it's going to be for either guy. I don't think either one of them is going to cave under the pressure of, you must select. I'm trying to pick somebody, that Savannah chick. You must pick her because she's America's sweetheart. Yeah, Skylar's probably going to say, no, I don't think she's quite ready yet. And I think he would be right when he said that. I don't think Skylar's going to pick somebody like Tony Chohan, who's also a big fan favorite, but not in 9-ball. I don't think Skylar's going to cave under any kind of pressure, and I definitely don't think Jason Shaw is going to cave under any kind of pressure.
For Team USA, I pretty much still think that Billy is not going to make the team. He did win a tournament recently, but I haven't heard a whole lot about him other than that. Oscar, on the other hand, has been playing all year, has been playing well all year. I think he's beaten everybody on Team Europe at one point or another this year. So that's pretty good. And, Oscar's not as flamboyant and aggressive as Billy. But then again, Oscar's not as as flamboyant and aggressive as Billy. So, I keep seeing still, oh, Billy's in because he's Skylar's friend. Yeah, and he just won this tournament. No, I still don't think so, but I could be wrong. I'm not as sure of that opinion now as I was back in the spring when I first met him. Team Europe, don't know what the hell is going on with Team Europe. We don't know if Josh is going to play or not. And we don't know, at least at the time I'm recording this. They probably know, but they're not telling anybody. And it's just like Team Europe's going to be pretty much the same as it has in the past, with the exception that Mickey Krause is now on the team. If Josh is on, then Mickey is probably going to take like the David Alcady spot or something like that. If Josh is not on the team, then maybe David's on, Alvin's on. I don't know. It's very confusing, that whole mess. Without, we don't know who's got the automatic spots even. I mean, usually we at least know that. We don't even know that. For Team USA, we do know who's got the automatic spots. We know that Skylar did not get one of the automatic spots, so he's going to take one of the picks. That means that Skylar gets one pick. Billy or Oscar, Billy or Oscar, Billy or Oscar. No, I think I would prefer that it was Oscar because I feel like he's done more this year to earn that spot. But I can kind of see a little bit where people are like, yeah, well, we don't want the same team as last year because last year got their butt kicked. We need to spice things up, and Billy would certainly spice things up. The problem with that analogy is like a pot of chili. You can put too much spice sometimes, and you can make it worse than it was. I'm not saying that would happen. I'm just saying I think it could happen. I think that's something that Skylar needs to be concerned about when he's weighing his options on his pick. So, we'll see. It should be entertaining either way. Europe here, very recently, Team Europe got their butts kicked by Team Asia. So, for Team Europe, that can be a little bit of a good thing because it might have lit a fire under their asses. They don't want to lose twice in 1 year, So now they're all fired up. They understand, man, we can't just win on our personalities and good looks, whatever. We have to actually play. So that could be good for Team Europe. For Team USA, they might have needed a reminder that the Europeans are not invincible. They're not unstoppable, full-playing robots. And Team Asia just proved that Team Europe is absolutely stoppable because they stopped them pretty darn cold. So I don't know. I mean, I never bet on the Mosconi Cup. If I was going to bet on the Mosconi Cup, I would probably bet on Team Europe if Josh is going to play. If Josh is not going to play, then I would probably bet on Team USA. And I'm really going out on a limb with these, bets, I guess. Anyway, so that's about that. The other update that I kind of want to do is, well, first of all, it's November now. Anyone that knows me personally, and I might even mention some of this in some of my other videos, this is my worst month of the year. There are too many, I guess you would call them painful anniversaries in this month. And, you might say, well, Dave, just, be a man, grow up. And, 11 months out of the year, I am a man. But in November, I tend to get a little bit depressed because of the constant onslaught of anniversaries and sad days, I guess. So if I seem a little bit out of sorts in any of my videos, or if any of y'all know me personally, that's probably why. And nothing more serious than that, and I go through this every year. So back in the spring, I developed what has turned out to be a an infection of sorts in my left arm. Didn't know if it was an injury or what was going on until I got to see a doctor. But I was wearing a wrist brace. I was wearing an elbow brace. I was wearing one of these tennis elbow things that just clamps down on the forearm. Anything I could do to try to keep that arm from moving because it hurt when I moved that arm. I did finally get in to see a doctor about it, and MRI and all this. No, it is not an injury. It is, like I said, it's a type of infection that I have in my arm, and keeping my arm immobile is not going to help. It's not going to hurt, but it's not going to help. What's going to help, if anything does, is basically just time. Time for my body to fight off this infection. If that ever happens, then that would be great. But for now, this is my situation. I can play pool for about an hour a day, or for about an hour, and after about an hour, the pain in my arm gets to be so much that I can't concentrate very well anyway, and I absolutely can't concentrate when it feels like my arm is on fire. So, as far as Derby City 2025 goes in January, I'm not going to play in the 150. Those matches can last too long. There's too much sitting around and waiting for one thing, but the matches can last too long. There's no way I could get through one of those matches. There's no way. For right now, I do plan on still playing in the bank pool, the same as I've kind of always done. Buy in, see kind of what happens, and then when I lose, and I will lose, either buy back in or say no, it's not worth it for me this year. We'll just have to see. I'm going to play that by ear. But so if any of you are like planning your vacation and buying your plane tickets and all that to come to Derby City Classic and watch me play one pocket, A, that's a stupid reason to come to Derby City. There are a lot of better players than me. B, you're not going to be able to watch me play one pocket. I know, breaks everybody's heart, but it shouldn't break anybody's heart. I've never even made it into money in one pocket. I just enjoy the game. This year, I don't enjoy the game. I don't even enjoy one pocket down here by myself, because even down here by myself, it's just too much. It's just too much to keep trying to grit my teeth and shoot and make the ball, and grit my teeth some more and shoot and make the ball. It just gets to be too much. Instead, I shoot about an hour a day. I do my daily chores on the pool table that I've talked about several times. Usually I do those in the morning, and in the evenings I'll shoot for a while, have the TV going, maybe make a YouTube video, something like that, and then that's it. I can't keep going because it would be worse to keep trying and stinking up the place. That would be worse than just not doing anything. So I choose to basically not do anything most of the time anymore on the pool table until this all gets better. So I'm not wearing any of the paraphernalia anymore because it wasn't doing me any good, and it was not an injury that started my problems. We'll just see, and of course I hope everything works out. I hope everything works out on Election Day and the aftermath of Election Day, however that works out. I'm probably a little bit more than a little bit concerned about riots and stuff, because recent history has kind of shown that people like to do that kind of stuff. Anyway, that's just in the United States, and I know I have viewers in other parts of the world. So those are my updates and the reminder of my Mosconi Cup prediction. I'm going to go ahead and put this video up, tonight, I would imagine, or tomorrow morning. So I want to get it out there before the teams are finalized, before they announce, the picks and all that. I want to get my prediction out there. That way, if I'm right, I can look like a genius. And if I'm wrong, I can say, I've been wrong before. Whoop-de-doo. But it'll be cool to be right, I think, especially here in November. So that's all I got to say. That's my update. And as always, thanks for watching. Bye, guys.